Hello everyone and welcome back to this utility spell video. This video I'm covering the spell Unseen Servant. So personally, I love this spell. I love the concept of it, I love the utility of it. It's just a lot of fun honestly, and personally I'd love to even have it in real life. And so the spell itself says, this spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. It has an AC of 10, 1 hit point, and a strength of 2, and it can attack. And if it drops to 0 hit points, the spell ends. And then, once on each of your turns, as a bonus action, you can mentally command the servant to move up to 15 feet and interact with an object. The servant can perform simple tasks that a human servant could do, such as fetching things, cleaning, mending, folding clothes, lighting fires, serving food, and pouring wine. Once you give the command, the servant performs the task to the best of its ability until it completes said task, then waits for your next command. If you command the servant to perform a task that would move it more than 60 feet away from you, the spell ends. Putting it simply, you can take this invisible meeseeks to interact with things around you. This spell is quite literally the embodiment of, I need an extra set of hands. Let's say that you're playing in a game with carrying capacities. Using the Unseen Servant, it can carry whatever you need, and this can help you keep your hands free. In addition to this, what I really like about Unseen Servant is that you can basically have any number of these things up at once. The duration lasts for an hour, and there's nothing in the spell that says that you can't have multiple of these active at once. And there are potentially two really fun ways, but also really stupidly niche scenarios that you could actually use this in. So first note, these are some very niche combos, but if you're me and you like breaking spells and abilities, this is just what I do. So anyways, the first very weird scenario. This is a super late game combo and synergy. So being an 18th level wizard makes the spell incredibly fun. And yes, I did say super late game. But the reason why you want to be 18th level wizard is because then you gain this feature called Spell Mastery. So what this does is it lets you choose one first level spell and one second level spell that are in your spellbook, and then you can cast them for free without spending any spell slots, and as long as you are casting them at that level. And now yes, before you even start typing in the comments below, I am very well aware that there are definitely better alternatives to using Unseen Servant for your spell mastery feature. But once again, in the theme of this video, and for my very much so Fantasia-esque fantasies of just having a bunch of ethereal forces running around and doing my chores for me, this is where the video is going. Suspend your metagaming disbelief. So anyways, the other alternate scenario, which can function in a similar way, and also come online earlier potentially, is by taking the Aberrant Dragon Mark feat. And now if, big if, everything goes right with this combo, it'll come online at level 10 instead of level 18. So what this feat does is boost your constitution, give you a sorcerer cantrip, but also at later levels you have the chance of manifesting an epic boon. And this specifically reads, at the DM's option, a character who has the Aberrant Dragon Mark feat has a chance of manifesting greater power. Upon reaching 10th level, such a character has a 10% chance of gaining an epic boon from among the options in Chapter 7 of the Dungeon Master's Guide. And if the character fails to gain a boon, they have a 10% chance the next time they gain a level. So using the boons available, there is one particularly interesting one that would synergize with Unseen Servant, and this is the boon of Spell Mastery. Using this, you can take any sorcerer, warlock, or wizard spell you know and cast it without needing to expend a spell slot at its lowest level. In this way, you can cast your Unseen Servant an infinite number of times and gain a small chore army this way. And yes, while it says your DM gets to choose the boon, it's not unreasonable to suggest that you wouldn't be able to persuade your DM to let you take it. If your DM is chill enough and knows that this is something you'd be hoping to use in game, they might throw you a bone and let you get spell mastery just for that reason. Take it from me, DMs are much more likely to try to ban a combo if they find it completely breaks the balance of the game itself. And even too, as I'm mentioning all of these things within, combat and, battle application for certain spells and abilities and Unseen Servants more focused towards utility, it really can help you a lot out of combat for other things rather than just, character flavor and chores, which I know that I've been coming back to a lot. So now, let's say your party's wandering through a dungeon and you just want to check for traps and see what potential dangers are up ahead. You can have Unseen Servant go ahead of you as a scout. It can set off traps and give your party a heads up to incoming dangers. In addition, Let's say, for instance, you're trying to find one specific item scattered throughout a room. You can summon a bunch of unseen servants to go and literally have them pick up every single item and figure out which is the one that you're looking for, and if any of those items are booby-trapped, well, you just saved yourself a lot of time. Because the unseen servant is the one that can take all of the hits for you instead. And in the end of it all, personally, I just think the spell is neat. And I hope that by the end of this video too, it's got you thinking that maybe the spell is a little neat too. Anyways though, that's all for this mini spell video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then please like and subscribe for even more D&D content. In the meantime, keep smiling, keep scheming, and I'll see all of you next time.